Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Maddie. I post new Sims content every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And today we are just piggybacking on that last video I just uploaded of me creating this beautiful apartment for the Sims 4. And so today we're going to be talking about how to get this functional without having to spend 40, 50, 60 bucks on the for rent pack, because let's be honest, EA is taking all of our money, okay, and I'm over it. But here's a little walkthrough from it. If you guys hadn't seen that video, if you're interested, you can click the link above and it'll be in the description down below. But this is just a little fast little walkthrough of the apartment complex. But anyway, we are just going to talk about how to get this thing functional without spending money to buy the expansion pack to make the apartment functional. You know, we got to get around spending all of our money these days. But I do have two questions for you guys before we get started, and that is number one, what is your favorite pack to play? And number two, what is your favorite stuff pack that adds on to your game? So I want to know what expansion pack you like the best. What do you like playing as? Do you like being a werewolf? Do you like being, what do you like doing? And then on top of that, what stuff pack do you feel like is the most functional for your game? Just giving me and some other simmers a little bit of ideas going forward. Maybe, some packs we overlooked and we just thought it wasn't useful, and you could be raving about it and it could be, something that other people would enjoy. But yeah, let me know down in the comments. If you like to see this type of content or would like to suggest any other content you want to see, leave it down in the comment section below. I will definitely listen and take heed, okay? But if not, I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave me a like and subscribe. Once again, I do post 3 times a week, so come back and slate me. So to accomplish our rentable apartment complex, we need to get a mod. Unfortunately, this is not going to be with the base game. So this will be in part with Little Miss Sam's more buyable venues. So this gives you the option to buy multiple different things. Motels, bars, lounges, cafes. The list goes on. Even a prison. Like, you can really do so much with this mod. But please make sure you're paying attention to everything it says for each specific venue type, because they don't all function the same, so you're going to need to pay attention. We're only going to be using the apartment portion of it, which it lets you know specifically for the apartments how you're getting money, how your motel, hotel, and things of that nature are classified, as well as how much money you'll be getting based off of the rooms you have in your apartment, hotel, whatever. So I definitely encourage you to give it a thorough read before actively playing it, because you can get confused if you don't or not know necessarily how to operate it correctly. So coming into the game, first things first, we want to go to the world in which we are building our apartment complex. I chose New Crest because it's just filled with empty lots, and I picked the biggest lot to build this apartment complex onto. The apartment is already built, like I said. As you guys just saw the walkthrough, it's saved in my gallery, so that way I can just put it back on the lot whenever I purchase it. However, you are going to want to change the lot type to rentable business, because that's what you'll need essentially for it to be functional and for you to purchase it and for you to rent it out like how you're going to need to. So you're going to change it to a rentable business, and you're also going to change the traits. And then once you get back home, you're going to get on your handy dandy computer and you'll see a tab that says Little Miss Sam's buyable venues, and you'll click all the way through up until you get to buy a rentable business. It won't register if you don't have a lot that is traded for a rentable business, so just make sure you don't skip that step. And it's me just now realizing the classical music in the back. Does my sim like to listen to classical music? So as you can see when we get to the lot, that the lot traits are B&B, motel, hotel venue, as well as, rentable apartment venue. You don't need to have all three. At the time, I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be a hotel, motel, or an apartment, so I just wasn't sure. But now that I'm sure, I'm just going to go back in and take out that hotel trait, because it's not a hotel, it's an apartment. And so, of course, I built my apartment on this lot, and then I saved it to my gallery, and then I bulldozed the lot so that way I was able to purchase it. So now I'm just going back to my gallery and putting the apartment back on the lot. Now, I have made some changes to this apartment from when it looked like this, so you guys can see like the many phases it went through in my apartment build video if you'd like. And just as it would if you were to place a building from your gallery from a different creator, it goes right back on the lot. So now we are going in, and I told you guys, obviously I didn't want the BB, bed and breakfast, hotel, motel trade. So just showing you guys, I went ahead and took that off. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to our handy dandy computer, hit our Rentable Business tab, and then we are going to confirm our tenants. And so what that does is it goes ahead and basically creates a quote-unquote rental agreement for our new tenants that are going to be moving in shortly. So it gives you the list of pretty much all the Sims in, the Sims world, and you can pick your tenants out of this list here. I only have 4 apartments, so I only need 4 tenants. However, I do think you can still move in people without having like a rightful apartment to go to them. And once you confirm your tenants, they'll spawn to the lot. My tenants like to spawn from the elevator, even though it's not functional, but whatever. Anyways, from there, we're just going to check in our tenants. It's just a formality. So all you do is, of course, you click your tenants that have just spawned, and y'all will pretty much wave dag dag to each other. And that's all that interaction does. And of course, since you have the power of leasing, you also have the power to cancel a lease. So if you want to do that, you can just go back to your computer, hit Rentable Business again, and you will cancel rental agreement, and it'll bring up all your tenants who you're currently renting to, and you can click who you want to say goodbye, get out my apartment. Which in this case for me is the children, because I don't even understand how you have a rental agreement at 4 years old, but go ahead to a kid apartment. Now moving on to how to assign your tenants to their apartments. So first you're going to want to lock all the doors. Like not even your sim should be able to access the apartments. You want to lock all the doors. And then you're going to hit allow access to, and then you'll hit assign apartment, and you'll have your tenants you can assign to each apartment. And of course you'll just do that up until all your apartments have, their assigned tenant to them. And from here, you're also going to want to have your bed assignments or go to bed mod. So what you'll do here is assign the person you assign to the apartment, of course, who can access the apartment. You'll assign them to that bed. And same thing for the rest of the apartments. You're going to assign the tenant to the bed. And so with this mod, you are able to send your tenants to bed. So it really gives you that, functional feeling like they're actually using their apartments and things of that nature. And you'll see, like, when your tenants are assigned to their apartment, they'll go in there and, take a bath, do whatever, that they feel like doing in their apartment, like they would in their normal house. And I canceled one too many rental agreements, so I need one more tenant to put in my penthouse. So like we did before, to get our original tenants, we're just going to go to the computer, hit confirm tenants, and basically pick someone to live in one of the apartments. I chose Kayla Fleming because if I remember correctly, she is like a B-lister. She's one of the celebrities. So I was like, yeah, a penthouse definitely built for a celebrity. She spawns out the elevator. I go ahead and assign her, I go ahead and check her in first. And then I go ahead and assign her to the penthouse suite and the bed in the penthouse. And so when it gets late, or it doesn't even have to be late for you to send your tenants to bed, but when it gets late, like, the apartment should be shutting itself down, our tenants should be going to bed, I'm gonna go ahead and click bedtime and send all of our tenants to bed, other than myself, because obviously I don't live here. And yeah. And so you'll start to see everybody slowly making their way to their apartments. And I just go ahead and turn off the lights in the gym and everything. But I keep the lights in the lobby open, or on, of course, because, nobody walks around in their apartment in the dark, right? I think they always have like the hall lights on. And I forgot that Naoki doesn't have an apartment, and so technically I should take him off the tenant list, because he ends up going to sleep outside on the bench. But anyway, Dina makes her way to her apartment, to her bed, and Kayla is on her way to her penthouse, to her bed. So that's how that works. And so when you go back and, obviously let the time pass a little bit, let everybody get a chance, get a shower, use the bathroom, do what they got to do before they get in the bed. But everybody's, Zing, and I love it. But so now I've gone back home because obviously, like, my tenants are asleep. I needed to go to sleep after cleaning up the apartment because they left trash everywhere. Anyway, when you leave the lot, your tenants will also leave the lot. They'll just, like if you were running a regular business and you were to leave the lot, everybody's going to leave. And when you come back and open up, people will be back. But since there's like no open and close type deal for the apartment complex, I'll show you guys what to do when you get back to the apartment. But my Sims got to rest up a little TT. And why would you ask me on a date and I'm asleep? And I lied to you not, y'all. This man called me like 3 times in the span of 1 hour. It was ridiculous. Like, first he asked me on a date, then he asked me on a date again, and we're only like 30 minutes apart from the first time you asked me a date. Asked me on the first date, I'm asleep. And so then he ends up texting me again, and I'm like, bro, or he ends up calling me again. I'm like, bro, leave me alone. I get it. We're together, but I am asleep. And get to know your friend. I don't know. Have fun. Socializing is always fun, but that's your choice, bucko. Leave me alone. Anyway, we're about to get her up, get her changed for her work day. Obviously, since she's the apartment owner, she's got to dress the part. She can't be around here looking crazy. So getting her in her closet, change her to a nice little Chanel skirt suit. Instead of pantsuits, a skirt suit. And we're going to head back over to the apartment so I can show you guys how to bring your tenants back to the lot without having to basically like release them the apartments, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to go through and show you guys nobody's here before obviously calling them back to the lot. But what you're going to do is you're going to hit our handy dandy computer and then you're going to hit current tenants. And when you do that, you're going to click all of your tenants. I don't know why there's like 7, 8 tenants here. It's not necessary because I only have 4. But anyway, click my 4 tenants and I bring them back to the lot. They like to spawn by the elevator. So be it. And finally, to get paid from your tenants, you're going to want to collect your income once daily. Yes, you heard me, once daily. So you're going to hit that computer, collect income, and depending on the amount of tenants you have, that will fluctuate the amount of income you make. So I make $1,000 every time I collect my income. So $1,000 a day is pretty great, pretty lucrative business, I would think. So yeah, that is the end all be all to making your apartment completely functional the way you want it to be without paying for the for rent pack. And as you can see, your tenants, they'll hang out together, they'll play chess together, they'll even sometimes do yoga together. They'll literally hang out like, a little family that stays in the same house, but not really. And Kayla, she's in her apartment on the computer. Like, everybody does everything together, and I just literally love that so much. And they will stay renting for 100 sim days. So after that, they won't be current tenants anymore, and you can confirm new tenants. But if you want to keep the same tenants, you can just reconfirm them. And yeah, so every time you confirm a tenant, it'll have their stay 100 sim days. My sim is sad right now because she had a poor holiday. I just thought her face was really funny. Anyway, I just told her to chillax on a yoga mat because, girlfriend, life is never that deep. It's never that hard. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, would like to see more of it, please let me know down in the comment sections below. Leave me a like. Please subscribe, as I do post new videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And yep, go ahead and say goodnight, my simmers, because I'm sending these bad boys to bed. It's almost 10 o'clock. Y'all have a great evening, and let me know what else you'd like to see from me. Bye.
Huh. Gibbs.